Hi, friends. Welcome back to English Every Day, a podcast where I speak in slow, easy, and understandable English so that you can learn every day. Because if you want to learn English, you can't be lazy. You cannot be lazy. You have to practice and study every day. Today, we are talking about investing, saving your money. Nowadays, investing is very important because everything is so expensive. Buying a new house is expensive. Getting your groceries from the supermarket is expensive. And that means buying fruit, vegetables, meat, milk, water, all those things you buy from the supermarket. And they're all expensive nowadays. Gas is expensive. Gas to fuel your car is expensive. Everything is expensive. How can we have more money? Well, we need to save our money and we need to invest our money. We can invest our money in two ways. We can invest our money into something like the stock market or a new house or real estate, something that appreciates in value, which just means that when you buy it, it's cheaper than when you sell it. So you buy it for $100 and you sell it 5 years later for $300. It has appreciated in value. So that's one way we can invest our money. But another way that we can invest our money, that you can invest your money, is into oneself. That means investing in yourself. These are things like education, teachers, or books. These are how you get wiser. You become more knowledgeable, meaning you obtain more knowledge, which just means you become smarter. So if you invest into yourself, you become smarter because you learn new things. So you could invest into yourself if you want to speak English fluently and quickly. And when you invest in yourself, then you can build and grow your own business, or you can get a high-paying job where your company or your firm will pay you more money because of your skills, because of your skill set. So, for example, if your native language is, say, Chinese, and you learn English, you will make more money because you speak Chinese and English. So your company pays you more money because you invested into yourself. So those are the two main ways of investing your money. They're both wise ways of using your money, investing your money. They're both definitely better than something like gambling or sports betting. And gambling is where you go to a casino and you give money and you just play a game. And maybe you win, maybe you don't. But usually at the casino, when you're gambling, you lose money because that is how the games work. When you gamble, you lose money. And sports betting is where you put money down. You basically pay to guess the score of a game. So if you think that the Yankees are gonna win, the Yankees are a baseball team, let's say you put $100 down, which means you pay $100 saying the Yankees will win. And if they win, you get $200. But if they lose, you lose everything. But that is also a bad way of spending your money. In America, a lot of young people like me are sports betting. I'm not sports betting. I am not sports betting. But a lot of young people are sports betting and they're losing a lot of money. They're losing thousands of dollars. And on the television are advertisements. There are ads of gambling, of sports betting. It's crazy because the wise thing to do, the smart thing to do is to invest it in the stock market or to invest it into yourself, into your education, so you can make more money in the future and you can be happier. But when you bet on sports or when you gamble, you lose money and you become unhappy. You become less happy. But if you want to make more money or if you want to be happier, then invest in the stock market or invest in yourself or invest in both. And that's what I'm doing. I have been doing that for a long time, to be honest. When I was 16, I would work like 20 hours a week, and all of my money I put into the stock market. And now it's 5 years later, and I can see the difference. And that is just 5 years. Think about what it will be in 30 years. That's very far away. But in the end, it's worth it. If you want to invest in yourself, you can join our community where there are many other English learners that you can talk with, you can chat with. I'm also very active in the community, so consider it. Think about it if you're serious about learning English and if you're serious about investing into yourself. Remember, all of the texts and the transcripts are available in the community from all of my videos. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.